Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories, where I go with them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today I'm going to be covering part 3 to the story, which is titled, Wife Ignored Daughter on Her Birthday So She Could Cheat, Now Husband is Sending Her ASS to the Streets. And a shout out to Chris for letting me know about this update. And guys, as a recap, that's about the husband who's sending his wife packing. After while she was on a business trip in Las Vegas, she was cheating on him. While she was gone, the daughter had a birthday, turning 4. Kind of a big deal when you turn 4. The wife promised she would do a FaceTime with her. Well, she ignored her. And guess what wife was doing when the girl was having her birthday party and waiting to talk to mommy? Mommy was rolling in the hay with some coworker of hers, a guy that worked under her. Anyhow, she comes back from the trip and has this big mark on her neck. Her husband says that's a hickey. She says, no. It's a bug bite, because all those Las Vegas mosquitoes out there. And she denied it and gaslighted him and all that. But eventually she caves, knowing she has no option. And he was right. The whole time she was lying, kicks her out. Well, part 2 pretty much was a lot of back and forth and drama, but pretty much he's done with her. But decided he's going to maybe go down the route of counseling, only to make things smoother in his relationship with her and make it easier on the daughter. And also, I might add, the daughter is not talking to mom. Nope, the daughter just, the wife's out of the house. So the daughter thinks it's normal. Mommy's on a business trip. But when the mom's around, the daughter doesn't want to talk to her. Who could blame her? But anyhow, here's an update on where things are going with this guy. So, by the way, guys, again, I've been saying all the time, if you're on X, formerly Twitter, come check me out. I'm trying to really market the channel over there because they don't do it here. And for those of you who are on there, thanks for signing up. We're all having a good time over there. So if you haven't done it yet, come on over. And even if you hate Elon, and that's okay, it's your business, well, come do it anyway because we got to build our community in another location just in case. All right. He says here, thank you again to everyone who's reached out to me. I want to provide an update. Things are not easy, and I didn't expect them to be. I don't regret the decision to separate. It was necessary. In many ways, I feel like my hand was forced with the betrayal and all the lies. I'm still finding my footing. Dude, your whole life is turned upside down. And this guy's young. He's 26. Well, he's young to me. He's 27. Anybody that's under 35 is young to me. But it's going to be all right. I don't put people on pedestals, nor do I ever believe my wife, a 28-year-old female, and my relationship was perfect. I just didn't think we'd end up like this after all this time together. It's a lot of guys say, and look what happens. While HR was still conducting their investigation of my wife and the coworker, my wife has resigned. Oh, great. Now she has no job. So if you get divorced, now you got to fucking pay a bigger alimony. That was calculated. Apparently, she received pushback. Some of the top brass in the company were pulling for her to stay on, though. I wasn't too surprised because she's always been a yes employee who gets the job done. She worked with the company back as an intern in college. Oh man, there's a lot of things in my mind right now when he says she was a yes employee and she was an intern back in college. I even need to say what I'm thinking. You're all thinking the same thing, how she moved up in the company pretty quickly. I hope that wasn't the case. I hope that she's just very good at her job, but I'm just a cynical old fuck at 47. I can't help myself. Well, she says she wants to prove that she's taking every possible action in cutting ties with the guy. It doesn't matter. She was still cheating on him. I don't know what the investigation result was up for him. To be honest, I don't care. It's not a concern of mine. Well, that young guy was a total D-bag and multiple friends. He knew this guy was married. He didn't care. We've officially begun marriage counseling. It's a new experience overall, and I did not know what to expect. We're mostly discussing our relationship journey up until now, the affair, and what we want from counseling. Oh boy. I can only imagine what the shit that he or she is saying. Because most of these counselors, number one, they make their money off dragging things out as long as possible. And also, they usually side with the wife. What did you do, husband, to make her cheat on you? That shit. My wife's position on how the affair began remains consistent. She can't really explain it precisely. She wasn't unhappy with me, but a part of her feels broken. The undivided special attention became like a drug to her. Well, that's about the only thing she's saying that I believe. That the attention was a drug to her. Because it is. Attention and validation, women can't function without it. It doesn't stop. Do you think she's going to be any different in 30 years? No. But bullshit. Regardless of the attention and validation thing, She shouldn't have strayed from her husband. And she wasn't just betraying the husband, she was betraying the girl. The conversation kind of shifted to my in-laws, my wife's family life, and the impact of my father-in-law's infidelity. Oh yes, her dad was a cheater. The acorn doesn't fall far from the tree. She believes that she's a reflection of her dad and how she is as both a parent and spouse. As a parent, she tried convincing herself that she was better than him by showering our daughter, a 4-year-old, with gifts in light of her lacking presence. As a spouse, she tried convincing herself that she was better because the affair wasn't physical pre-Vegas. She thought that as long as they didn't do anything physical, that she was better than her dad. Okay, let's just say for argument's sake that they weren't doing anything physical at one point. There was still the flirting, there was the texting, the inappropriate bullshit. That is cheating just on a different level. That was something she told her affair partner while in Vegas, actually. They could hang out as long as it didn't turn physical. Well, this is based on what she's saying. And given her track record here, I wouldn't put a whole lot of stock in her storytelling here. I feel like she had so many chances to choose differently, to choose us and our family, but she tossed our daughter and myself to the train tracks. Exactly, and that is why it's not worth staying in this mess. It's not going to get better. I've covered countless stories. You guys have heard many of them. They stay in it for the kids. He's not going to stop trusting her. He's not going to stop not trusting her. Our relationship wasn't enough to stop her. Our wedding rings weren't enough. And our crying daughter wasn't enough. She chose herself every time. What's the saying that basically men will give up everything for family, and the wives, the bad ones, will give up family for themselves? Whatever. Right here. My wife is selfish. She mentions the nickname thing, making her snap back to reality, as if it's supposed to make me feel better. It does not. I believe she only stopped at oral because she got off and had no more need to go further. I wasn't on her mind, telling me that I was like trying to put a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound. Yeah, the wife claims that, we didn't do anything more than oral. Yeah, okay, that makes me feel so much better. God's sakes. I didn't plan to say half of everything that I did, but there was no going back once the door was open during my turn to talk. At this point, you got nothing to lose. Let it out. She agreed and said that she has no excuse for her actions. That's what they always say. It's not her parents, it's just her. She swore that she loves me and our daughter and wants to fight for our family. Well, usually in these situations, it's the woman saying, to the husband, why are you giving up on us? You should fight for us. When the husband should have to fight for shit. I told her that the I love yous felt hollow now. She shut out our daughter and myself to give an intimate part of herself to a co-worker. She says she realizes how much larger than the affair our problems are. She struggles connecting with her daughter and worries about messing her up. So she left the primary caretaking to me. She believes I'm better at that. Well, again, there's something the wife is saying that's truthful, but that's more of an observation instead of somewhere being confessing here. Yeah, this guy is better with the daughter. The daughter doesn't like mommy. She said that there's nothing she can say or do to change anything, but she wants to show change through her present actions. Well, that'd be great if this guy could believe it, but he keeps saying he's just not buying it. He says that what you're saying feels hollow. No? That's some stuff that we've dug in through counseling. We're still in the early stages, but I believe in aiding in communication through separation, which is more healthy for our daughter. Remember, guys, he said he was going to counseling. In the last story, he was doing the counseling thing, and he mentioned in the comment section, I believe, that, he's doing counseling, but deep down he doesn't really have an intention to get back with her. He's just doing this to smooth things out with the two of them, probably because he wants to hear what was going on, to make it easier for the daughter. So be it. Well, our therapist recommended individual counseling as a complement. It's something I'm seriously researching for myself. Well, dude, if you think it would be beneficial, go for it. I gotta laugh. I read comments from you guys all the time. I gotta say something here. And it's funny listening to a lot of the foreigners chime in, because 65% are from the USA to watch this. And a lot of the foreigners are like, what is with you Americans and counseling and therapy? And they got a point there, because a lot of places it's like you fucking deal with it, or maybe tell your bros or something like that, or just some things, you know what I mean. And there is a time and place for some therapy, don't get me wrong, but it seems like it's such a go-to thing. Oh, somebody had a bad day, go to counseling, Oh, they overcooked the chicken, go to counseling. Anyway, well, not much has changed with our daughter since the previous update. She still doesn't feel there's a difference between her mom being home or not. I watched her go from being talkative and playful to instantly completely silent when her mom comes by. What does that say? I scheduled her for play therapy. Play therapy? What the fuck is play therapy? I don't know what to expect from that either, but I'm hoping for the best. My main goal is being present for her. Well, good for you, Dad. Do what you gotta do to take care of your daughter, but watch out for some of these shrinks putting ideas in her head. I guess maybe play therapy is a little kid like goes to therapy, and the therapist is there asking her questions, but she's playing with her Barbies, or whatever little girls play with nowadays. Little dollies or little little pretend like ovens and cooking shit or whatever, and they ask questions, or I don't know. I know I need to learn how to trust again in general. That's shot for now, pre-Vegas. Pre-Vegas, I never had a reason to doubt my wife. My trust is something that she had as an irreplaceable partner. I've been betrayed before, but this one did a number in a way the others have not. Well, you're married this time, so you thought you were marrying someone that wouldn't betray you. And notice he said he's been betrayed in the past. Now, sadly, that's a common trend for a lot of guys nowadays in this world we're in. But guys that tend to be cheated on have a bad habit of a bad screening process. They tend to pick women that, act like that. And some of these guys tend to behave in a way that attracts women like that. I'm trying to stay afloat and focus on myself and on what I have rather than what I've lost. I can't afford to get lost in myself. Thank you to everyone for the support and for sharing my own experiences or your own experiences. Talking about this isn't easy for me, but I appreciate the openness. Well, man, if this is helping you, then that's great. Because sometimes talking to strangers is easier than people in your life that know all your fucking details and all that. Now for a couple comments here just to show that I'm not alone in my thinking here before I wrap this up. One guy says here, oh my God, what BS about mirroring the father-in-law? Did the therapist say something about it? Was it at least palatable? And the other BS about stopping at oral. See, nobody believes that either. Why not inviting her to tell her story about the polygraph test? Everything she said was minimized and minimalistic. Don't you see that? Bug bite. We stopped at oral, I love you, and only you. She was convinced that she can play you, spin you like a record, but she was wrong. Now she's playing all sorts of dirty tricks, including her resignation, only to make divorce an extremely difficult decision for you. As in, she resigned, so if you divorce, you'll have to pay her an arm and a leg. Right there, I was saying that from video number 2. This is a problem if she's now longer working, and she knows this. Do not fall for the shady tactics. Please set up a parking lot confession trick and hear for yourself what probably is the truth. Another guy says here, I think this is the last one. This guy says, I feel like she has so many choices to choose differently. To choose us and our family. Oh, this is what he was saying. But she tossed her daughter and myself on the train tracks. This is right here is why your marriage is over, this guy says. I read something in the comment of another thread just this morning that was pointed out to me. I'm paraphrasing, but the OP of that thread, after also being cheated on by his wife, says something along the lines of, my soon-to-be ex-wife is irredeemable, but our marriage is irredeemable after she decided to cheat on me. Your wife may be saying and doing the right things, but blowing off her daughter on her birthday to fuck her affair partner, and as you put it, giving an intimate piece of herself to someone else, to me, is unforgivable and irredeemable. She can go to therapy, go to marriage counseling, love bomb you, and give you all of your sexual fantasies that you've always wanted, but it doesn't change the choices that she made to turn her back on you and your daughter. Exactly, and once the trust is broken, it's gone. And one more. This is the last one. This guy says here, obviously your kid is your first priority. If therapy will help, definitely get the help and support. I can only speak for myself, but would definitely feel she was still lying about how far and often the affair went. I would not believe what the wife is saying any further than I can throw her. That she'll lie about the why and do what she can to dodge accountability. Take care and protect yourself, financially, emotionally, and physically. If you feel therapy would work for you, go for it. I won't waste a dime on marriage counseling. It only delays the inevitable. I think he is delaying the inevitable, but I think he's doing this so they can maybe get along to make things easier for the daughter. But I also think that once it's clear that there's no going back, I think the wife's fangs are going to come out. The claws and the fangs, big time. He says here, I would have been gone instantly in your situation. Even if she eventually got her crap together, it'll be a long and painful process, and it will never really go away for you. It'll creep back up on you every single time you let your guard down, especially with all the dishonesty. I wouldn't put myself through that suffering for a situation I didn't create. I just don't see being treated like crap as a valid option, but of course, your choice is yours. Best of luck. So the whole comment section is full of people like that saying, don't do it, dude. It's not going to work. And I've been doing this a long time. Like I've said so many times, all the videos I've done, my own life experiences, once a cheater, always a cheater. And these guys that stay in it for the kids or hope to make it work. And eventually things go right back to the way they were. Or even if the wife was behaving perfect forever, the guy never trusts her again. It's never the same. The daughter's 4 years old. She already has issues with the mom. She's kind of used to the mom not being there. This is a perfect opportunity just to part ways, take the hit, and move on. And I really hope he is going to be all right. I think he will be. He just has to focus on himself, take care of the daughter, and hopefully it's all right for him. So I wish him the best. All right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And, guys, you find a good story, send it my way. strongsuccessfulmale@gmail.com. And if it's good, I'll cover it. And be sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.